Okay, there we go. Chapter 2. Chapter 2 is project management, growth concept and definition. Okay, so the first question, the answer is on the screen. So if you are assigned to the task of developing a set of questions to assist the organization in determining whether there is a need of formal project management process, what question you will ask? What is the question that you propose if you form project management process? The answer is not in our normal lecture slides. So, but anyway, I hope you can see it's still going around the definition of project success, time, cost, quality, customer requirement. So you ask question about time, what time, what is the budget, and what is the specification. Still, you go back to the definition of project success. Then we talk about communication, because this module is talk about project management or project manager, role of project manager. So the role of project manager is to communicate, right, and do integration. So this is a communication. Then another question is, once you know what is success, then you can study what is project failure. It's the opposite of success. What makes the project fail? Then go to the risk management. This on the risk management side. What is the level of customer satisfaction? This after you hand over the project or after the project, before the project close, you need to assess what is the customer satisfaction, right, or customer review, right, or how the project can be selected, and so on, and the resources, how you manage your resources in this project. And again, for project management, you as a PM, project manager, you do not hold resources. You decide the resources. There are only few character in this module. I mean the main character. Role of the character. Inside story got you draw the organization chart, you know already. So you have sponsor or executive and what line or functional manager. Okay. Line is like that. Content manager is this person. Then or this is the functional unit also can. Then where is the PM? PM come inside here. So the one that holding resources is the functional manager. Okay, so it's a very lengthy from your so as the project management evolved, it become apparently many executives that a formal project management process might not provide benefit to justify the associated with developing a formal methodology. Project management can consider as overhead, driving force of rapid technology changes, flexibility, demand of resources, and methodology. How can a project management methodology? This is more about us again, research methodology. Access managing resource issue related to this driving force. So how it can help project management methodology assist in solving the problems above. Above, a few keywords for you to elaborate. Should be given to the manager when they use the project management methodology, and what other can so this one also I think the more when you consider project methodology or the method that you use to the project, you consider these four main factors priority or what uh, action uh, management of changes. This one is you have to this is about what are the benefits. Right? What is the benefit can be obtained through project management methodology. So this all is benefit. You have prioritization. You have a better management of changes, resources, coordination. So there are a few characters here. There are four characters, and usually you'll see a few keywords with these resources tied to this group. And if you want to talk about these two guys here, usually the point will be communication, right? Okay. Number three, every organization encounter internal, external obstacles. Each of the obstacle list, so I think it's long, right? Only C4, okay, 5. So there are 5 obstacles here. Explain how a properly or effectively implemented project management methodology can overcome them. So the first one, resources shortage. Second one, causes work quality, technology change, and competition. So how project management can overcome or that you can use. I'll give you the first one. So if you have resources shortage, you have priority of the project, you do resource planning, and you do also scheduling, right? So if you have this problem, what you do, okay? So it can be an open-ended question, as long as it's logic and it's achieved the four, the criteria of the project success. It is the cost, time, what? Cost, time, quality, and specification. Okay, these are the customers, all right? Customer specs. So the second one, if you're increasing costs, what can you do as a project manager? This the process success. So now the cost is increasing. What can you do to overcome these obstacles? If you are the project manager. I'll give you the sample for A already. B, what can you do? Huh? What can you do? Akil is who? Akil. If you are the PM, what do you do? If your project increasing costs, you're handling this issue, what can you do? Resign. Huh? How? How? You as an engineering student, how do you reduce costs? Yeah, how? Based on what criteria? Give an example, like what? Okay. Different suppliers one. Okay, you still haven't give answer. How how you solve these obstacles. Your test one answer your question was similar this one. Give you a scenario and then ask you how you solve as a project manager. This is LCL1, learning outcome number 1. It asks you application of project management model. Model means the way you solve it. So your question one answer, question one we usually will ask you how to solve problem as a project manager. Dion are here. Oh, okay. Chip material. Cheap, but what? Because why? Because why? You need to maintain these 4 things. Now is this element increase. You use cheap can, but what? You must maintain this one. You answer like you still surrounding these 4 keywords, but now is an increasing cost. So how you solve this one? You reduce this one by substituting or finding alternative material. But your answer must be but remain the time, delivery time, quality, and customer requirement. This is how you answer in project management kind of question. And there's no calculation. Yes but in later chapter. Okay, so you change your control process. You do cost estimate. You do risk management. Okay. Poor quality of work. Now, let's say you have everything, but your production give you shit. They give you poor quality of work. So how the project management method or approach that may be used to respond or overcome this poor quality of work? External motivation, for example. How it improve the quality? Or you give money to the QA, quality assurance department. Hey, pass. Or hey, my boss say you must pass this one. Give pressure. Okay. So you set a quality policy, then you have a constant review or inspection, right? Then you plan for requirement management. So you set the requirement, like you know about the stage and stage gate method, right? Stage gate model. So you establish that stage gate model. So what stage, what you do, and after that you do make decision. After you pass, then go to the next stage, right? So same like your FYP lah. So your supervisor will do quality policy, for example, or what is the expectation. They'll give you some sample, or right. Then you schedule a review, like okay, every week, let's see what you do. Example. Then you do inspection. Then plan requirement. This one is you will check back lah, all the what customer want, or what is the on the schedule, when should you submit things and so on. So this is how you do. Technology change is environment. Means you are handling environment changes. So it can be political. This one is on technology changes. Means there is a new machine coming out and so on. Okay. So technology changes. You do scope management. You change control and configuration, and you do phrase end review. So phrase end review means still back to the phrase gate model. So by each phrase, you do review before you release to the next phrase. Okay. So competition also environment. factor. It's outside the company. So competition, what is your answer? If you did see four example of answer here. So what is your answer for E, competition? What can you do to handle competition? Win-win situation. Okay. What else? In our class, we did mention in previous chapter 1, there is a question ask you about competition on. There's a competition factor or something. There's one question in chapter 1. The exercise lah. I forget which question already. Okay, so this one, you do quality control. So basically, it still go back to project success keyword. How you win over your competition. You do quality check, improve quality. You do better than other people. You do cost management. You do planning, trade-off analysis. Okay. Now, if this kind of question come out in test, I don't expect you to write all the answer, but as long as you hit one of the keyword inside the red color one, you still consider correct. But you must give example lah. Like for example, you say quality control, then you give a example. Okay. You know how to explain your things, right? Give example, right? So quality control, you just think of something in the engineering products, then is weak. For example, your mug, if you're producing a mug and the mug in the competition, if this the competition one, you just increase maybe quality control, and then you can add in more function of the cup, for example, and give a cost management means you use the same quality, but you have a cost management on this line. Okay, number 4, cost management have been shown to significantly improve overall performance. There are many approach, but providing the PM, project manager, with total integrative responsibility. So integration still seeing in the chapter 2 question will result in some very specific advantages. So what are the advantages? You understand the question, right? So it just asks you, what if you are the project manager? It gives you the power of able to integrate. So what are the advantages? If you have the skill set of able to integrate with all the functional group here, able to integrate, what are the advantages? Less barrier will bring to what? Communication, and then what? Effective process planning. Okay. Okay, what else? Yes. Okay, give your answer. Okay. So if you have a total integrative responsibility, so total accountabilities is assumed by a single person. So your project will become it become a project rather than functional dedication, like what you say just now. It become a functional. It become from a functional management into project management. Okay. Then coordination across the functional interface, improve utilization of a process, and so on. So this more on project management, and it's not inside our lecture slides. Okay. Now, number 5, you have A until F. I think it's a long list. A until something, right? So this is the life cycle phrases, and I keep mentioning, don't confuse with other life cycle. There are lots of phrases in the chapter 1 and chapter 2 and maybe chapter 3. So don't confuse with life cycle. This life cycle is this one, life cycle for project maturity. Maturity means from baby until you give birth or you close the projects. Okay, so the first one is embryonic. You have 5 phrases. The first one you already in the stomach, embryo inside. Right? So provide a recommendation for addressing and resolving issue that will be allowed organization progress towards achieving the project maturity. So the first phrase is embryonic. The issue is recognizing the needs. So what is your recommendation to solve this one? Okay, maybe I give, you see this one, right? This is an example for C. C is a line management acceptance. The issue is line management support. So the recommendation to solve this issue is to communicate to get the support, right? Communicate management support to functional manager. Explain the benefit of this project management. Acknowledge the needs of the functional manager. Okay, so this is, it tell you that this C, line management acceptance, line management is here, the functional group. So when you reach the third phrase, you get line management acceptance, but now your issue is you do not have the support for the line management, or means you don't have the support from the line department or functional unit. So what can you do? So still same is the word communication. We ask you about PM and functional manager. What can you do? Focus your answer will be surrounding on a communication. Okay, you communicate with the functional manager. Then how you communicate, what you communicate. You explain the benefit or advantages or disadvantages of I mean, in this one, you explain about the advantages or benefit of the project management. Then also acknowledge the needs of the functional manager. So in the previous chapter 1 question also, there's one question that asks you about how you resolve some issues. One of it with the functional managers. The previous chapter, the answer is to listen and understand the needs. I keep repeating the answer. So if you look at the C, so what is your, how do you recognize the needs? Now the problem is you don't know the needs. So how you solve this stage? How you solve? Astringent. How you solve? How you solve? Now you don't, you are the PM, you have a problem of recognizing the needs. How you solve this problem? For example, you look at C. C, you have a problem of line manager support. You are here. PM and functional is communication, right? So now you, before you start, you need to understand the needs, but now you don't have the needs. Who give you the needs? Huh? Just now who says sponsor? What is the role of sponsor? All decision. They only consider decision only. Sponsor only deal with decision. Anything that not related to decision, don't go here. Now is recognizing the needs. Who, when you start a project, who need is important to your project success? So how you get customer needs? Huh? How? Huh? How you understand the customer needs? For example, now you are working with Proton, and now you are a project manager. Now you don't know what car you want to design, and you don't know what is the customer needs. How you find out the customer needs to come up with a new model? Okay, so you do survey, all these things. Okay, so this one you explain the benefit of this one. This one is recognize the. I think this one, the needs here is the need of the project management, I think. Okay, so you identify area of improvement in the schedule, cost requirement, and requirement management. So this one is the I think this issue is more on the needs for project management. Means your team don't maybe they don't understand why you need to have a project management for the projects rather than the customer just now. Okay, so if you see the answer is more on the internal needs, right? So when your team don't understand, you go and explain. Okay, so B, you see B1 is executive management acceptance. So life cycle phase is executive management. But now your executive, you have an issue, executive understanding of the project management. So still same. When people don't understand, you explain. Because you as a project manager, your job is to communicate. Okay. So you explain by providing supportive information or supporting information about the success of the projects. Means, do you have the information of the cost, the time, the quality, can we make it or not, and so on. Because top management, they do four type of decision: proceed without changes, proceed with changes, wait and hold for more information, and cancel. So here now you have an issue of the understanding why you need project management, why they need you, or why you need to why we need these projects. So you explain to them, no? Right? Or explain to them that how you help the company to manage this project, how you achieve the success for these projects. Okay, the use of best practice, why you use a certain method of managing people, because you can give a example of this company, maybe Panasonic or Motorola, they use this method and they generate a lot of income for the past 5 years or 4 years. Okay. Okay, the next one is growth phase. Growth phase, the issue is development of project management methodology. So now you are at the bottom, the net of the bottleneck of the thing. Means you grow, hey, you don't know how to improve the thing already. Okay, and then your team is like don't know how to like give you idea already. Okay, so this one also give you the answer lah. So you establish, sometimes you are working alone because the limitation, the one person, you only like have a certain way of thinking. So you establish a team. That team is called project management office. You pull in a team, you grow your team, and then you standardize the method. Okay. And you give trainings. You give trainings. So because number 4 here is development of project management methodology, maybe your team or yourself, you don't understand what is the latest method managing projects. All right. So you go and learn, or you provide training to your members. All right. The last one is maturity. Not last one. The maturity phase. So you have an issue of develop educational program to enhance project management skill. So this one, you have, so when you're in the maturity phase, you have an issue of developing educational programs to enhance your staff project management skill. You go and use the strategy of promoting career path. Right? You tell them, okay, if you get this skill or you get this this certification or this training, what will it help your career path? Okay. Then maintain management support and visibility. Okay. So this one, maybe you need to look at in the HR side or human resource management side. There's a reason why people don't go and attend the educational program, or they don't want to upgrade themselves. So maybe they think this is not important, or my boss is not seeing this one. So what you do, you maintain management support by what, or maybe in the town hall or in the company big assembly, the big boss come. So you can ask your sponsor or your GM, mention something about the education program, about upgrading themselves, and so on. Okay. Visibility means you ask the high top management, they promote the things, or in the company you see they put a lot of poster, they put a lot of motivation words, like okay, the goal is here, like the vision, they put a lot of all this code here, code there, and so on. Then you document the thing. You document what is the success lesson or fail lesson. Okay. Number 6 is ask you to do classification. Last semester, one question come out from this question, and it kill one or two of the students. So-called kill lah, means they don't go and read. I already tell the class that this question is going to come out. They go and read, and I already tell them I will shuffle the characteristic here. The student go and memorize. So of course wrong lah, the answer. Okay, you must understand which one is which one. Okay, so very high chances this one will come out in your test one, right? So go and read project-driven, hybrid, and non-project-driven characteristics and example in the PowerPoint slides. Okay, so 3 types of this one. So no, this one come out in final, not test. This one come out in final. One, I think more than 2 students get very low marks in this question. Right. So the first one, PM have P&L responsibility. What do you think? Is a project or non-project? You know, a hybrid cannot be the answer already. Huh? Project manager have the P&L responsibilities. So what type of classification? Profit and loss. Means if the project lost, then the project manager will take the responsibility. Huh? Why non-project driven? You understand the project driven, hybrid, and non-project driven, right? If it's project driven, who will be under the spotlight? Project manager. So non-project means it gives to who? No, there are only a few characters here. I tell you already. The main story, it will evolve along these 4 characters here, or 3 characters here. If the first one is project driven, so the PM will under the spotlight. If it's a non-project, will be this one. I told you already, it's not involved on a sponsor. Sponsor only deal with decision. So if the question asks you about decision, most of the time it's here. Or it asks you if depend on each type of organization chart. Like this one, if PM have a lots of in the highlight, then they will hold responsibility. So the first one will be project driven. Okay, the second one, primary production driven, but with many projects. With many projects, you know this one is a non-project driven already. Sorry, primary production driven, but with many projects. Sorry. Okay, project driven and non-project driven, okay, this one is hybrid. Okay, hybrid is in the middle between two. Okay. The third one, emphasize on new product development. This one is extreme side. It's either on the left or right. Hybrid. Okay, another one. Why go to that one? Okay. Okay. Why jump? Okay, never mind. Okay, give you answer. Why? I also forget why I do this slide already. Okay, never mind, I give you the answer. Okay, this one is income from projects is a project driven. Long life cycle products is non-driven. Short product life is hybrid. Big brick walls. Brick walls means you need to cross to unit to unit. There's a hybrid. There's a wall there or gap there. So when you have a big gap, it's normally a non-project. So it's very focused on individual functional units. Okay. Multiple career path is project driven. Of course, all these are available in the slides that long table as we go and read. So this one is one of it. Right. Marketing oriented is project driven. Okay. Marketing driven. Marketing oriented. Okay. So if a non-project driven, normally they are in a normal manufacturing plant. You imagine non-project is a manufacturing plant. Right? So anything that near to manufacturing plant characteristic, then that one is a non-project. Okay. It's a hybrid. Hybrid emphasize on new product is a hybrid. This one is project management, recognized as profession. So the spotlight is on the project management. So project manager is very important. So project driven. Very few projects. This one, what do you think? Very few projects. Non-project. Okay. Need a rapid development process. Okay, it's a hybrid. Do you see hybrid? It always link with R&D. Where's R&D? R&D is not here. Hybrid, short product life cycle, emphasize on new products. So new product, they normally on this one. So need a rapid development process. Okay, is it the correct? I think I read that. Okay, I think I read the wrong answer. Few project should be non-project. Need rapid is hybrid. Profitability from production, of course, this one you know is production manufacturing, so it's a non-project. Okay, you try to like imagine the size of the factory, right? Okay. This one, very few is non-project driven. Non-project driven. because manufacturing, they just run on the existing customers. They keep repeating the same thing. They don't need they don't need a lot of projects here. It's a non-project driven. Okay. So this one is the project success question. And it is focused on the project manager. Please check the next to each item typically associated with the management role. Which one is the link with the PM role? Huh? Look on your who is Tanes Naidu? Okay. Do you have the handouts? Do you have the hands up? This one, do you have that? Then you understand what I'm asking? Do you have that? Then like that. I don't have like that. You have already. Okay, sorry. Okay. So we have this question number 7. Is it project management? Okay. All right. So which one is associated with the project management role? We have a few there. Some of it is not the project management role. Try to guess which one is project management role. Huh? Which one is not? Huh? Estimating cost is not. What else? What else? Does PM provide staffing? Who provide the staffing? Functional line manager. Estimate activity duration. Okay. So this one is on the project life cycle. Again, project life cycle is another. Is do not link with the embryo. What you call? Embryo. This one phrase on the maturity. Don't confuse with the life cycle of project management maturity and project life cycle like that. It's a two different thing. Okay. So first objective, yes. Organize resources, yes. Establish plan, yes. Motivate personnel, yes. Estimate activity duration. Why is not? Why? Why is not estimating activity duration? Why is not? Why the cost is not your role? Or what is not? Why it is not the main role? In some company, yes lah, but in general, why who estimate cost? Who deal with cost in a company? Huh? No. Yes. Again, sponsor only deal with this keyword only. All right. So Finance, they are functional manager or functional group, right? Duration also from all the manager, right? You ask what time you need, how much time you need. Then you collect information. Okay. Provide something is yes. Okay. Issue directive, establish control. What else? Okay. So these are the answer. Provide staffing to me is not. Provide staffing is not. But yeah, we accept this one first. Right. Usually provide staffing, they are functional line manager jobs. Okay. Yeah, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Huh? Remain flexible. Okay, maybe one here I miss out. So these are the answers should be on the manager role lah. Okay, so of course the question won't come out like this. It will just ask you what is the role of the project manager during project life cycle? You don't need to give 8, maybe 4. Okay, maybe 4 from here. Okay. Okay, we go a bit faster, then we clear all the question, then we call it a day lah. Yeah. Okay, I'll go a bit faster. So a few projects. This one is completed without making decision about trade-off. This one about trade-off. List 3 competing demand that are generally considered when making trade-off decision. Trade-off means you give alternate, or you can take out some of the criteria, right? During project execution during a certain level of success. So list 3, 3 demand. So again, project success element, cost, time, and scope, or cost, time, or quality. Quality cannot lah. Quality is on the customer side lah. You cannot fight with your customer. So it's you can write scope or quality. This one you can nego with your customers. Of course, customer don't like you to negotiate the scope lah. Okay. These are the 3. Then this is a critical success factor and KPI. So this one I think I didn't give you all the things, right? So this one you read number 9. So there is a success factor in the primary and secondary. Okay, primary and secondary. Okay, the primary one is I'll give you all. Primary one is still the definition of project success: time, cost, quality, and requirement by the customers. Still the 4 main keywords here, right? Secondary is on inside the company. What is inside the company? How you operate, follow-up work, minimum within safe requirement, corporate strategy, and also no disturbance. This one is inside the companies. How you work inside the companies. All right. Okay. Now there is a qualitative and quantitative failure. So qualitative is something that is you can only describe, but it's very hard to count. Quantitative you can count. Like for example, time you can count. Week 1, week 2, week 3. Qualitative is that project success or no success. It's very subjective. Okay. So review each of the following item, identify each item, consider qualitative or quantitative. which are considered qualitative failure. Okay, so I'll give you the first one. Ineffective planning is quantitative because you can draw Gantt chart, all these things. Right. Poor motivation is qualitative. I don't like to come to work. It's your feeling, feeling cannot. It's a very it's a qualitative. Productivity is you can count. Today you can produce 10 cars, then maybe tomorrow why drop to 5 cars? So you can count. Ineffective scheduling also quantitative. Scheduling is time. Time can count. Ineffective estimating, this one also quantitative. Estimating, you want to estimate, right? So there's an equation. You can project, can do projection. You can use statistics. Then it's a quantitative. Poor morale, feeling is qualitative. Project objective changing or not defined clearly. Project objective is quantitative. So your FIP objective is a quantitative component. So your objective means you can clearly say what you want to do, what you want to achieve, and so on. Okay. Poor human relationship. I friend with you. I don't want to friend with you. Can you count? Can you count? Cannot. Friend, no friend. That one cannot. Okay. Lack of control process. Quantity. Control process means you can identify one. You can program or you can put something. Lack of employee involvement or commitment. What is this? Can you count commitment or can you count involvement? It's qualitative. Commitment is because you involve human and this one is lack of commitment. So sometimes you're unable to predict, not predict, unable to judge whether a certain people they are committed or not committed. Okay. Okay. No functional management commitment. This is number 2. The keyword here is argument. Here is commitment. Commitment is unable to say that is support you or not support you and so on. Right. Conflicting priorities. This is qualitative. Right. Qualitative. Okay. So explain the stage gate process. This one is you go to the slide stage gate process. You draw the stage gate. So the last one is 2. 2, 2, 2. Okay. Yeah, this question come out in the this no, this question. Okay, so 11 and 12 they are stage gate process question. He asks you to explain about the stage gate and what are common factor decision associated with the stage gate. So the first one, why is necessary during planning? So first, stage gate process establish a review and determine if it should be continued and determine if the corrective action. So it provide review. Keyword for stage gate is give review, and then decision what? Decision to continue and take corrective action. All right. Oh, these are the keyword. I highlight the things already. 4 common decision. The four main. So this one, the sponsor make one. Proceed with all the proceed with no changes. Proceed with changes. Stop and wait for more information. And cancel. Okay. Explain difference between product life cycle and project life cycle. This one I give you the answer. Okay. Project life cycle is the work involved with work. Product life cycle is include R&D. Project life cycle is inside product life cycle. So it's only one part of the product life cycle. That means the project life cycle is one of component of the product life cycle. Product life cycle is more bigger and is more general. Operation maintenance and end of the products. Okay. Project life cycle is more on the work, right? It's more on the work. And project life cycle and when you deliver the products. Why generally accepted reason? What is the generally accepted reason why project should be managed using a defined project life cycle? So it asks you the first one. Why project should be managed here? And because it's more effective control. Okay, 15 review, and it tell you the methodology again, project methodology. Explain why this characteristic is important to achieve success. So this one is have a lots of answer. This is just a proposed answer. So characteristics, it give you an example like characteristics, standardized planning, schedule, important. Why is important? Because it gives you ability to monitor and control. You have a schedule. The important is to monitor and control. Then use template. What is the important? Template, you have template. What I mean by template? You need to fill in a certain way of things. So what does it mean? It means there's a control process there. Right? So use templates. Templates means consistency. Right? Standardize, when you standard things, you have a consistency also. So you can do analysis also, like you group a certain data together. Right? It's like when you design a survey form, this question 1 asks about this, question 2 asks about this. Then you summarize all the 100 questions. Then you analyze question 1, yes or no. Rate 1 to 5, like Shopee survey, all these things. Right. So use of standardized life cycle phrases and end reference review. So this one again, consistency. The word consistency always there. Right. Flexibility in application of all projects. What is the importance? Flexibilities. Because they are unique. The keyword here is unique. Flexibility always linked with unique. They are good friends. If you see question asks you flexibility, they are looking for the keyword unique. Okay. Okay, there are other things. 16. 16 is it asks you to think outside the box. It's like explain why the BU means business unit. Business unit also means functional unit. So why business unit within organization may resist introduction of project management methodology. Consider how you respond. Also give you problems, how you solve it. So sales and marketing. Sales and marketing, the reason why I don't want you to don't want you as a project PM, don't want you to kacau them. Why? Because they might scared of lose power and position with the customers. Okay, because when you step in as a project manager, most of the time customer will find you rather than go and find sales and marketing. So they might scared of loss of power. Then potential project manager become associated with the marketing function. Customer has more contact, fear loss of credit of sales. Okay. So respond, you go and think respond. This is a reason. So B, operation, they resist why you introduce the project management method or the position of project manager come in to disturb their life. Why operation people don't like? Because maybe there's an improper handoff of the deliverable, means maybe the previous project is not properly handover, and they need new technology trainings, changes in responsibilities. So maybe operation they confuse with how you manage the projects. See, finance and accounting, why they resist you? Because they might also lose control. Because finance, they need to look after the flow of cash flow. So if you do not communicate well, this is their fear, right? Because one chop or one signature from you, you can release money already. So they are quite scared. Procurement is sales and department. Procurement is the one that the department that buy things, raw materials, procurements, right? So you sometimes they are scared if you bypass them to sign a certain PO without going through procurement. Okay. E, human resource, why they scared of you also? They are scared you go and kacau them. Why you file a complaint to HR? I have so many work I cannot handle. So it's a potential additional headwork. They also need finance or HR also need to know your new job description and so on. You might request for trainings and so on. Okay. F, manufacturing department. So they have a potential loss of experience resources to the projects, because once you start in, you can request, can you give me this person? I need this for my projects. So you have to put yourself in a project manager and put yourself in a manufacturing manager. Right. So if somebody PM asks, so you will be losing some good resources, including your staff or some good equipment. Maybe you need to share the equipment, right? Engineering. So engineering, they might not agree with the way you do, because engineering people, we are trained to operate in a certain way. We are trained with a certain equation or guidelines. So sometimes project manager, they are not from the engineering background. They will act as a business people, then you need more communication. Okay, so especially the planning process. So maybe they don't understand how to assembly things, and they think that the process is very easy. So engineering department usually argue on the time frame given to the customers. The duration, normally there is an argument there. Okay. How you describe, okay, this one also I'll give you direct answer. Project portfolio management is what? It's a collection of projects and programs you group together. Okay, what is the major benefit? What is the major benefit to achieve business objective lah? Okay, what is the major difference between project program profile? This one inside our slides. Okay, so project program profile portfolio. Yeah, there it's inside our slides also, but here I'll give you the definition. So this is also, again, I already explained already how I ask question in the test or final exam. Section 1 will be definition. So this will be the potential things will come up. Okay, so project is details, define objective, programs, they are scope related to several projects, portfolio, they are business scope. Okay, they are business scope. Yeah. How many questions we have for this one? 20 something. Oh, okay, we're going to end. So describe the difference between product scope and project scope. So still same. Project scope is work. Project scope is work, or project is work. Product is features and function. Yeah. Project and function. Features and function. Project is work that you need to deliver. Okay. Describe typical factor contribute to project failure. This one is also, I think in our side also have. Go and read lah. So at least four or three point from contributing. So planning, scheduling, estimating, cost control, and failing to follow the certain process. Also lots more. Effective leadership, communication. I see communication, this word always appeared in the project management question. Right. Okay, 21, 22, last two questions. Under what condition would executive management or a steering committee decided to cancel projects? Or you as a sponsor here, executive management here, this one asks you about decision. So under what condition? Under what condition? Under what condition? What do you think? You will cancel a project? Okay, cost. What else? Cost. What else? Okay, means it involved with cost lah. Then what else? What else? You talk about money. That one is what? Is okay, I'll give you answer lah. Okay. Here. Environment factor, technology, resources to cope with this one. So decision is made of this lah. So decision, resources, technology, it means environment. Resources is internal. Your factory have what machine or what? Who are the expert you have? Then risk. You have a risk. Risk also under environment. You have some risk. Market shift, merger, and so on. So when you merge company to company, some project they are stopped totally. So if you are in the property industry, so you always like to read newspaper, or you will have a tea session with all the boss because you know what going to happen for the next 2 years. Or this boss is going to buy our company, or our big boss is going to buy this company. So you can plan for your career path once you have all this information. So some projects or this some project, or you try not to involve because you know that there's a transaction of management. Okay. What are the characteristics of strong and well-organized project methodology? So these so these are the few lah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So characteristics, just now, use template, detail, standardize the planning process, and flexibilities of application. Okay, so strong and well project methodology means the method that you use is they are standardized. They use template, high level of details. They apply to flexibility. They apply to all projects. Okay. 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 I think we're done with the chapter 2. Next, we look at organization chart already. Okay. So we're now in a week. Okay, let me end the recording.